house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this speech a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed. That was good. I liked it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Big Easy Bets podcast. I'm your host, Logan. With me in the studio, Nick Von Brick.
What up?
With us on the ones and twos, Joseph Iscani.
What it do?
This is episode 189. We're talking the NFL draft. We're going to give you all of our best bets. We're also going to give you our opinion from the perspective of just Saints fans, who we want them to take, who we think they're going to take, and all that in between. So first things first, hit subscribe wherever you're listening or watching, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Hit the like button as well. A couple things to dive into before we do get to the draft. The Pelicans go toe-to-toe with Oklahoma City, 8.5-point underdogs without Zion, and it comes down to a last-second shot with us with the ball, and we miss again. What are your thoughts? What are your takeaways? Do you feel – I feel like you got to feel a little positive. Just we went toe-to-toe with the number one seed.
Yeah.
And didn't shoot the ball well at all.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it.
In terms of the series or
yeah.
Why?
They needed to win that game.
Yeah, that was a big one. That would have been a big one for sure. But if you win game two, it's all about getting one. You get one on the road. And
that was their chance. They blew it.
They say a series doesn't start until a road team wins. But at some point, we got to get one of the shots to fall. One of the last-second game-winning attempts have got to go. I don't know. They feel like they never go in. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, you could have made a much easier shot if you're C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, what he did, the pump fake, and yeah.
He had two wide-open threes within the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and they had a lot of
It's
opportunities.
incredible.
We had a lot of good looks at the rim. Somebody's got to hit a shot.
Like the last, I think, 3 regular season games, he was averaging 35 and shooting the lights out of the ball. And then these past 2 games, he's just, I don't know, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I think they still have a shot to win this series because I think Oklahoma City's really young and inexperienced. Now, I know Shea is legit. Like, he can get it whenever he wants, but they're still really young. So, I mean, the Pelicans are young too, but I still think they can win the series.
We're not that young anymore, though. It's not like, I mean, we've got much more experience than they do.
Yeah.
It's not, we're not, I mean, this is our 5th year with Zion. Brandon Ingram's been in the league for quite a while now. C.J. McCollum's a veteran. Valanciunas is a veteran. You've got a lot of guys. You got a lot of guys that have been around for a while. So, yeah, no, I mean, it's all about matchups. Styles make fights. I think we're going to be able to hang in with this team. They didn't shoot it very well either. At some point, somebody's got to hit a shot. That's just, there's no two ways about it. But then, last second scenario, I want to see the ball going through Brandon Ingram's hands. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I've seen that scenario with C.J. McCollum multiple times at this point, and it doesn't seem to go in. The shot doesn't seem to fall.
Agreed.
So, and Zion needs to get back.
Well, and I'll give Lou Dort credit as well because I think the possession before they tried to go to B.I. and he's a good defender.
Yeah, he's also mauling Brandon Ingram, though.
Oh,
whereas
for sure.
if you breathe on Gilgeous-Alexander,
Oh,
they
there's
call
no
a foul.
doubt. They missed a bunch of calls for sure.
He's averaging 30 a game, but a chunk of that comes at the free throw line.
Yeah.
So
they miss a bunch of calls.
yeah. No, the officials are bad.
Yeah.
And all across the board in whatever sport you're looking at.
Yeah. Did you see not to transition from that, but the Sixers and Knicks?
Yes.
They just announced that they missed the 2 calls that literally cost them the game.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, no shit. He almost ripped his jersey off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when they come back out and be like,
We missed it.
we fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry. We'll try to do better next time. Do you see LeBron and the Lakers blow a 25-point lead, and then LeBron misses a game-winning opportunity and then complains about the replay booth from the 3rd quarter?
Yes. Yeah, I watched the whole game.
What happened to LeBron? What happened to LeBron?
I don't know. I've never been a fan.
I still give him his flowers of what he's accomplished, but as a GM, he's the worst GM of all time. He's already politicking for his mediocre son to come in and play. He was ruffling the feathers of the USC program, saying they're not putting him in a position to succeed and blah blah blah. His son's not that good. He's not that good. He's not as big as LeBron. That's the main problem. The next one in line, the other son, that's going to be the kid who's going to be a problem. He's the 6'7" stretch whatever. If he continues to grow, if he's going to be like a stretch 4, Bronny's just not good. And he's already saying, like, there's scouts like, I think he's going to go. He's a first-round pick. I think he's already able to play NBA caliber defense. It's like, no, you just are fucking praying that you're trying to convince the owner and saying, oh, LeBron's going to come with him. So that's all it is. LeBron as a GM is the worst GM of all time. But he's just turned into this fucking crybaby late in his career. Maybe, really probably his entire
his whole career.
But just constantly complaining. Constantly. Yeah, they missed the call in the third quarter. That wasn't the point. That wasn't the turning point. That wasn't the difference in the game. You blew a 25-point lead. Jamal Murray hit a fucking game winner right in Anthony Davis's mouth. So it just feels like he complains all the time. I don't really know.
Yeah, they took advantage of when AD got in foul trouble. Then they had to put Hachimura on Jokic, and that's
running
not
the pick
happening.
and roll. Yeah,
that's not happening.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they lost the game. They were up 20 points.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. And like that's his new thing. He curses in the post-game press conference because like he doesn't care anymore. He's LeBron James. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. Go win the game. Go win the game. So I don't know. Game 2's tonight for the Pelicans? Or is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had 2 days
I know.
in between?
I was confused by that.
Zion might come back then. They said there's speculation like he's going to come back Saturday at home. Because they were asking him today with where are you at with the rehab and is it possible he come back? He's like, oh, there's a definite possibility. It's like, okay, fatty, go fucking stretch.
Yeah, come back next game.
Why don't you play now? If you're thinking that, like clearly it's not really tweaked. It's not that bad. So fucking lace him up. We need you. Ryan Garcia beats Devin Haney. Did you watch it?
No.
Did you?
No, I didn't watch it.
It was definitely hyped throughout the media, largely by Ryan Garcia himself, I suppose. Everybody thought, and I still believe, that Ryan Garcia is crazy. Maybe he was playing a character a little bit, but I mean, you got to be crazy to be a fighter to begin with, but he's definitely off his rocker somewhat. But maybe he pulled the wool over Devin Haney's eyes. I don't know, because Haney wouldn't establish the jab. He did not fight how he normally fought. Haney's not a power puncher. He's not a go in and knock somebody out. He's a win by points, basically. And he kept trying to just load up with a heavy shot, wasn't using his jab at all. And Ryan Garcia just fucking trounced him. Did you watch like the highlights?
Yeah.
The referee was a dumbass. I don't know what was going on there. That looked a little fishy. But I think he dropped. They didn't count like half of the knockdowns, and they were knockdowns. So I don't know. It was interesting from an officiating standpoint, but yeah, Ryan Garcia doesn't get the belt because he weighed in 3 pounds overweight, which is annoying. Just in general, I hate when fighters do that. I hate when fighters don't show up on weight, and so he's not the champ. Haney maintains the championship, but Ryan Garcia wins, and now in the public eye, he's not viewed as a nutcase anymore. So now they're like, that guy's a fucking genius. Like, it's like, no, he's definitely off his shit a little bit for sure. But credit to him, it was an incredible fight. It really was. I put a little something because I was like, that's why I was telling you. I was like, I know a fucking cokehead when I see one, and he's gonna come in juiced up, and so. Plus 10,000 first round stoppage. He clocked him in the first round. I said, oh my God. He fucking definitely rung his bell for sure. But he had the one where he caught him with the left hook, like right on the chin. Like it looked like the lights might have went out for a second. It was fucking a really clean shot. He looked good though. And they did the side by side of him when he fought Tank Davis. Oh, dude. So like looked like a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I guess in the moment you don't really notice it, but when you see the side by side, it's like, oh my God, it was bad. That no rehydration clause really fucked him up. So we'll see where they go from there. But it was a good fight. It was definitely properly hyped up by him, at least with everybody. They were like, they need to call this fight off. His team needs to do him a favor. They need to do another mental health evaluation. And he's drinking beer on the scale. He's a fucking nut, dude, for sure. What else? Anything happened since we last recorded? Obviously the UFC fight and all of that, but Anything within the last few days?
I don't think so.
No, I was just going to talk about those NBA games.
Yeah. All right. We will transition to the NFL draft. We'll start with, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm going back to being a Saints fan. I'm getting rid of the pessimism. I'm going to try to go in. It doesn't mean I think we're going to win the Super Bowl and I'm betting on us to win the Super Bowl. I don't, and I'm not. But I'm going to hope. I'm going to hope and pull for us to win and just try to go back to being a fan, because last season was a dark year, and to be quite honest, since Drew Brees left, it's been a dark period. First it was, is it Taysom or Jameis? Who should be starting? Then it was Derek Carr. You're either pro Derek Carr or you're against Derek Carr. We saw firsthand after I put that video out about Derek Carr that he's got a lot of dick riders. You're a weird individual if you just follow a player from team to team just because he was on your team at one point. Like the Jameis Winston fans from his Saints tenure are not following him to Cleveland. So if you're one of those, like I'm just a big Derek Carr fan, like you're a real fucking weirdo. So I'm going back to being a fan. I'm going to try to be positive. I'm going to give Dennis Allen the benefit of the doubt. Will it last all season? Probably not, but it's going to start at the start of the season. We have a quarterback being paid like a franchise quarterback, $150 million a year or $150 million contract. I'm going to try to be positive about him too. Yeah, he fucking sucked last year. If you say otherwise, you're just lying to yourself, but we're going to hope he does better next year. So with that being said, the Saints have the 14th pick. Who do you think they take?
Shit. I saw a lot of mock drafts have the offensive tackle out of Penn State, right?
Fashanu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I think Joe Alt's going to be going, they're expecting. And then there's another one. Yeah, Fuaga from Oregon State. But it's 6 one way, half a dozen the other. It could be the opposite or there. So that's who you think we go with?
Yeah, I guess.
They're minus 400. The Saints to
Take a lineman?
Yeah, take a lineman. Yep.
Okay. Who do you want them to take?
I wouldn't mind receiver or I don't know. Bowers is going to be gone by the time we pick, so
You think?
probably. I mean, if he isn't and they don't pick him, be pissed.
That's what. Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like that movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner. Look, I'm in the minority, I guess. I didn't hate the movie. Everybody who's like involved in the NFL, it's like a rite of passage. If you're involved in football in any way, shape, or form, you have to be like, that movie fucking sucks. I didn't think it sucked. I thought it was okay. With that being said, the little sticky note, it's fucking Brock Bowers or nothing. Whatever it said on the sticky note shows you how much I remember. What is it? What is the fucking guy's name? Vontae Mack or nothing else? Something like that. Brock Bowers' name is on that sticky note for me. If he's there, that would, like I said, I'm going back to being a fan. Let Brock Bowers be there on the board and we don't draft him, and I am fucking out. I'm out of here. I'm out. It's going to be like when we passed on Mark Ingram for you.
Yeah. Fucking Cam Jordan. Who the fuck is Cam Jordan?
And then we swing back around and pick up Mark Ingram too.
He's plus 155 to go top 10.
Yeah.
And then if you look at 11, 12, and 13, those are teams that need quarterbacks. It's possible.
I do have a bet pertaining to
it's possible.
To Brock Bowers' draft position.
I haven't seen anything, but someone told me today they saw an article of there being talks about the Saints trading up for Alt. I'm like, I don't know the details of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's the top. He's considered the top lineman for sure. Do you trade up for him though? We've swung and missed on so many different linemen at this point. Which I say that we only remember the bad ones, but we got Ramczyk, you got Eric McCoy, Andrews Pete. I understand. I know who he is. I get it, but he's been in and out of the lineup, moving around different spots. So that's somebody that's been productive, I guess. At least not like fucking Trevor Penning. Like it's not like, oh, he can't play at all. So there's been misses, but for the most part, Cesar Ruiz, he had a better year last year. It was a rough start, but he was drafted as a center, but we had McCoy, so we moved him to right guard. So I feel like we do okay scouting offensive linemen, not necessarily defensive linemen. So I don't know if it would be worth it. What do you give up?
Right.
Pick swap? Exactly what we did for Trevor Penning?
Yeah, they'd have to give up too much to move up and get him.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. And that's another thing, too. Like, pause my optimism. We don't really have much of a optimistic future.
Yeah, quit trading your picks.
Yeah.
Because we need them.
Yeah. It feels like we're in
when
a...
we suck again this year and we need to pick a good player next year.
Yes, it feels like we're in a... If we're not in a rebuild, we're very much on the verge of it, which I guess you're not in a rebuild when you have a fucking $150 million quarterback and blah, blah, blah. He's not good. So it feels like we should be in a rebuild. But the problem is we have a coach who's fighting for his job. So you're not going to go into rebuild mode. You're going to try to stack the deck right now and have a productive season to continue coaching the team. If I had to bet, I would say the season isn't going to go that spectacular. We'll probably win right around the same amount of games. We'll probably keep Dennis Allen. I'm hoping he doesn't turn into fucking Marvin Lewis for the Bengals and we just keep him for the next 20 years. We win
well,
7
at least
games.
Marvin Lewis made the playoffs.
Yeah, he did. But every now and
Every
then with our weak division, we'll sneak in. We'll sneak into the playoffs and we'll be like, oh yeah, here we go. And then it'll just be the same thing. So, but I'm gonna turn the optimism back on.
You mentioned receiver though.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
There is.
Yeah, that was another question I had.
But then you look. I mean, I was impressed with A.T. Perry last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
No,
what I
yeah,
saw
we
from A.T.
both
Perry.
were talking about that pickup whenever, because they got him as an undrafted free agent, right?
Or 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was a late round pick.
Yeah. Before we go to the receiver, like we said though, if Brock Bowers is on the board and you don't draft him, I swear on fucking everything. That's take Rob Gronkowski, take Travis Kelce, throw them together, and you got fucking Brock Bowers. If he is on the board at 14 and they don't take him, so help me God, we will storm. It'll be like storming the Capitol, dude. Where you're gonna storm the dome, we're gonna storm fucking airline, wherever. I will be so mad if they pass up on him because yeah, we need a lineman, but we need a generational tight end too. You never don't. So, what do you think the percentages? What do you think the chances are that he falls to us and we don't take him?
Shit. 2%.
I mean, would you be up in arms?
Yeah. I think the chances of him falling to us are like probably 10%.
Yeah. And so if it happens, you got to fucking pounce on it. That's kind of one of those like, yeah, you're not expecting him to be there. So if he is, you throw your fucking draft plan out of the window and you just take him.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be mad. No fan is going to be pissed. Not that they care about that, but no fan's going to be mad if you draft Brock Bowers. Just go fucking get him. Go get him. Juwan Johnson's not doing it. He's not doing it. Go get us Brock Bowers.
Yeah, every mock draft has him around 10
Yeah.
with the Jets.
Yeah. So, all right, let's talk receivers. You're notoriously a receiver scouter. You would disagree? I would say receiver's your forte.
I think I've got a good feel for about all the positions.
All of them?
Yeah.
You said Justin Herbert would never be anything.
Is he?
Well, I mean, he's like the highest paid quarterback in football.
Yeah, but didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah,
did
but
he?
that coach was an idiot. I mean, Justin Herbert's exactly who I said he was. It was going to be Phillip Rivers. He's Phillip Rivers. The problem is now we just pay quarterbacks like crazy. So he's like a flashier Phillip Rivers. So, but all right. So take Marvin Harrison Jr. out of. Oh, okay. I guess we'll start there. Do you think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be the best wide receiver out of this class?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. Take him out of the equation. Is Malik Neighbors going to be the second best?
I don't know.
If not Malik Neighbors, then who would be Odunze?
Yeah.
He is good.
There's so many good ones, though.
There is a lot of
I
good
think
ones.
like there'll probably be wide receiver that falls out of the first round that ends up being better than a lot of them that are picked in in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah, so of the receivers projected so far, you've got obviously Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors out of LSU, which it's like I almost feel like, I don't know, he's projected top 10, so I guess he is getting the credit he deserves, but he broke all the records.
Yeah.
We've just had two of the best receivers in the NFL were just in college not long ago. Granted, they had to play with each other, so that took some production away. But so you got Neighbors, you got Rome Odunze, you've got, after Odunze, next, you got to go down a good little ways, at least on this mock draft. God damn, they had okay. So Xavier Worthy at 23, but then where's Mitchell? Did I pass up?
Is that like 28?
Is he? They got Worthy.
A couple of the ones I saw.
They got Worthy expected to go before Mitchell. I guess on this one.
On the ones I saw, it was like 28.
Yeah, Brian Thomas, Adonai Mitchell, and then on this particular mock draft, they've got Xavier Legette out of South Carolina.
Dude, a lot of the mock drafts I saw have Lad McConkey, 32 to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bunch of them.
That would fall right into the category of like the guy that, well, no, he's just better than the exact clone of him that they currently have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
Which guy?
The Chiefs. They have a Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
What's his fucking name? White dude.
Yeah, Justin Watson?
Yeah.
Justin Watson?
That's
Yeah.
Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
But Lad McConkey's just better.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, but
Justin Watson shouldn't even be in the NFL.
yeah, but they're the same. They're the same player.
They got the same number.
They look the exact same too. They do.
No, there's a lot. And then what you're not going to see there as well, there's a bunch of more good names.
What do you mean?
Brendan Rice, Roman Wilson, and then I mean, I don't know much about him, but he's been talked about a lot. Corley.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
We were talking about him the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be your second round guy. That might be. Yeah. So okay. What do you think? Bo Nix goes in the first round?
No.
There's rumblings. There's rumblings that he may. Do you think J.J. McCarthy goes in the top 5?
I don't think so.
Do you think he should?
No.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Where did this come from? I wrote down, this reminds me of Will Levis of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
All that hype popped up. They're like, oh, is Will Levis going number 1? The odds cut in half. Will Levis, when did he go? The fucking 3rd round? They're like, he might go number 1.
He didn't go first round.
The poor guy lost his girlfriend because y'all overhyped him. So she was like, fucking cha-ching.
And she was hot as shit.
And she's like, oh, you don't even get the 5th-year option. Well, I guess the team gets the option. But, yeah, I don't understand this hype around J.J. McCarthy. And all of a sudden, they're like, okay, are the Vikings going to go get him? Are the Vikings going to trade up with the Chargers and go get J.J. McCarthy? If they're fucking dumb, I guess. What has J.J. McCarthy shown us? A little bit of mobility, sure. Probably enough mobility to get by. But as far as arm talent, I'll go on record right now and say I don't think J.J. McCarthy is going to be anything better than an average NFL quarterback, probably a lifetime backup. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I don't know what people have seen that they're going crazy over this guy. I think it's turned into such a, like Mahomes has changed the view of a quarterback.
Yeah.
Mahomes has clearly changed the view of a quarterback that now everybody's taking quarterbacks. Penix is probably going to go in the first round. I don't really think Penix is a first-round quarterback. He's also been injured a fucking 100 times. He got hurt every year at Indiana. People forget that. There's so many people that didn't know Michael Penix Jr. existed before he went to Washington. But he was not bad at Indiana, but he wasn't as good as what he did at Washington. But he kept tearing his ACL. He kept doing all kinds of shit. I think he had the shoulder problems. So it's like these people like existed before their one big year. Jaden Daniels existed before LSU, obviously. Like, I don't understand the infatuation with these what appear to be clear-cut mediocre quarterbacks. J.J. McCarthy was nearly the reason that Michigan didn't win the national championship. It wasn't like, oh, they put it on his shoulders. So, I mean, what do you think? Why? Where's this love affair with J.J. McCarthy all of a sudden coming from?
Oh, I have no idea.
Did he have a good pro day or combine or something? I don't remember.
I mean, I'm
seeing
sure he
anything.
threw the ball well, but
Yeah.
you're not getting
You know who threw the
Nothing
ball
that
well?
stands out.
you're not getting chased by a big ass motherfucker when you're throwing at your pro day.
You know, you know who threw the ball well? Sam Darnold threw the ball well in the rain at USC's pro day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I remember everybody said he just solidified
it
himself
was
as
Sam
the number one
Darnold
pick.
versus Josh Rosen.
Yep.
I went with Rosen.
You fucking really went with Rosen. You saw him call and say, "I'm gonna make everybody regret."
I
not
wasn't
drafting
wrong
him."
about Darnold though.
What did you say about? I don't think you. You don't get to like claim this take that Darnold wasn't going to be good. You just put your eggs in Rosen's basket.
Yeah, and nobody was good from there.
No, of course not. But
You got to pick one of them.
you said he was going to make him pay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I thought Kaiser was next up too.
Yeah, no, we had that talk. Deshaun Kaiser. I was like, what are we fucking talking about, dude? Deshaun
Dude, that a
Kaiser.
stretch with Notre Dame, man.
Deshaun Kaiser fucking sucked.
But back to Bo Nix though.
Yeah.
In the first round, I mean, just looking at the teams who need a quarterback, I mean, why would he not go first round? You got to think these 6 teams are taking a quarterback.
Okay, we have to look. You have to look at the body of work as a whole. Bo Nix went to Oregon. Was it 2 years? It was just one. It was 2 years. A great 2 years. A spectacular previous year. In a system that was tailor-made for him, surrounded by weapons, in the Pac-12, which is a lesser conference in terms of the Power 5 conference, in my opinion at least. When he played in the SEC, he was fucking horrific. He was bad, really bad. On a solid enough Auburn team, at least a team with a great defense. I don't like. You think Bo Nix is worthy of being a first-round quarterback?
No, I mean, just like, I think he's in the top 6 in this draft, and it looks
You
to
think
me
6 quarterbacks are getting picked?
in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, do these 6 teams not need a quarterback?
Yeah, but
top three
needing
and
a
then-
quarterback and wasting a first-round pick, or reaching with a first-round pick. I guess I can't say waste because it's like who knows.
Yeah.
But reaching with a first-round pick on a guy that's probably not going to be the guy, it's not necessarily worth it. Like is Bo Nix better than Joe Flacco right now?
No.
No,
Okay, so Joe Flacco, did he ever get picked up?
I don't know.
Go get Joe Flacco for a year, and then if you
Yeah, I hear you.
go, so
So we know the top 3 need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Who do you have else?
I mean, the Vikings, Broncos, and Raiders. I know the Broncos just got Zach Wilson, but I would imagine that's going to be a battle, whoever they bring in. They're
yeah,
not just throwing Wilson in there as the starter. And then Stidham in with the Raiders. And then the Vikings need a quarterback.
I think the Raiders are going to go quarterback. I think.
I don't see why all 3 of those teams wouldn't. But, I mean, you make a good point with
where
I
did the
guess
Raiders
maybe.
pick?
I'm hearing
they're
some.
back to back to back. Vikings, Broncos, and Raiders.
The Raiders pick at 13.
11, 12, 13.
I'm hearing rumblings that the Raiders might like Michael Penix Jr. So, but what I was saying with Bo Nix, it's like I would put the amount of college football that we watch up against just about anybody's. You know what I mean? Like, especially with this era, we saw Bo Nix from his first game to his last, literally, and probably every game in between, just about. Maybe take out a handful of whatever Central Michigan games type situation. I literally it was Bo Nix versus Justin Herbert, and I remember that horseshit fucking jump ball. They never should have won that game, dude. It was a horrible throw. And then we saw him in his last game, shit the bed, secured the Jaden Daniels Heisman Trophy future. He's just not that good. I don't know how else to put it. I think people are just trying to do anything they can to they just put so much stock in a franchise quarterback, way more than what it was before. There used to be a bunch of teams with like mediocre quarterbacks but great defenses and they could contend. Now it's like you have to, because it's just a gauntlet, especially in the AFC. You got to get through Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen, even Tua down there who won't win more than one game maybe in the postseason. But Aaron Rodgers, like I just think Mahomes just changed everything where it's like everybody's just scrambling to find that guy. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know what. I think 5 years ago, McCarthy, Penix, and Nix are not none of the three are first round quarterbacks. Pre Mahomes, none of those guys are first round quarterbacks. Because literally, look at like exactly what you said, that draft class with Rosen and Darnold and they all sucked. They all fucking terrible.
Yeah. Was that
Bo Nix is Sam Darnold.
Who else was in that? Who were the other quarterbacks?
Was that there was I'm drawing a blank.
Is it Baker?
No.
He was the year after, right?
Okay.
He was with Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I said. I thought Lamar was better than Baker.
Yeah.
On this show?
No, I mean, this was far before the show.
I said I thought Tom Brady was going to be pretty good.
I might have said J.T. Barrett was better than Baker Mayfield. Because the Saints got him.
Yeah. Dude made some noise in training camp.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure this infatuation with the quarterbacks, and I think a lot of teams are going to reach. I don't think Bo Nix. So rank this then. So rank the three best between Bo Nix, Penix, and McCarthy. Bo Nix, Penix, McCarthy. One to three.
I would probably go Penix, McCarthy, Bo Nix.
Yeah, that would be mine as well. What do you think?
Probably Penix, Nix, and then McCarthy.
Yeah, I really think that Bo Nix can be exposed. I think we saw it in, what was that, the Pac-12 championship? Dude, he melted.
Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's with the Heisman Trophy on the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a college football playoff berth,
Mm-hmm.
most likely. And he melted. So, and the best competition we've seen him go up against, he melted.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think there's 6 in the first round. I don't think unless somebody gets squirrely at the end.
So the total number of quarterbacks taken in the first rounds over under is at 4.5. The over is at -290.
Yeah, I think we see 5.
Yeah.
I think you've got the 3.
Less Bo Nix.
And then Penix, and then I guess McCarthy, dude.
Yeah.
McCarthy's for sure going first round.
Yeah.
And then
Penix.
probably Penix will be the 5th.
Yeah.
What are the odds for Penix to go to the Raiders?
I could try.
I don't know, but I think even with that juice, I would take that.
I think what you would take what?
-290.
Oh.
That 5 quote. That 5.
Yeah, I don't know because
That is juiced as hell, but
I don't know because
I would take under.
I was gonna say I guarantee you somebody fell for that trap with Levis.
just because of the value.
Yeah, I don't think the other guys are.
They're not good.
Yeah, I think there's 3 top quarterbacks,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and
if
they're gonna go 1.
I mean, maybe I'm getting blinded. It just seems like all these teams just need a damn quarterback. But you're right; they could just wait.
yeah, but there's a lot of teams that need a quarterback, even when they have a quarterback. It's like
I mean,
like we didn't
3
necessarily.
teams.
There was a time in last season where we didn't think the fucking Commanders needed a quarterback with Sam Howell. He had a good game, and everybody was like, maybe they'll whatever. Could they trade back? Like
The Raiders are 3-1 to draft Penix.
plus 300.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Where do you see that?
FanDuel.
FanDuel. Okay, yeah, let's see. Or you could go just the position of the first drafted player, quarterback, plus 380. And if they want to get squirrely, if McCarthy starts dropping,
Yeah, or they decide to go with someone else.
How is it fucking better odds just to say quarterback?
Yeah, you got to. That's why you always got a shot because they
Yeah.
try to fuck everybody with the odds.
All right, I guess we can transition. Unless y'all have anything else, we can
What, for
transition
QBs?
to what?
You saying anything else for QBs?
No, just before we get to bets.
Okay. What do y'all think about keeping the hometown kid in New Orleans? Maybe late in the draft.
Who?
Old Michael Pratt.
I think he could be okay. I
be
think
fun.
he's probably more of a backup,
Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt.
but yeah, I don't know.
Because beyond those 6, you got Rattler, Pratt, Milton.
That's
and Hartman.
another one actually. Why would you take?
I would take Rattler.
I would take Rattler before Pratt or Bo Nix.
That's how they have him ranked. Not above Bo Nix, obviously, but above Pratt, they have Rattler.
I think Spencer, in all seriousness, I think Spencer Rattler was kind of in a funky situation in Oklahoma. Even Caleb Williams came out and said the other day that he was pissed off that he wasn't starting. So he's probably being a little bitch about it. He's probably being a little fingernail bitch about it. Painting his goddamn nails, saying I should be throwing the football. Don't get me wrong. I bought a Caleb Williams jersey after what he did on that TV right there. Yeah. I'll never forget it, so I do appreciate it. But it probably put a lot of unnecessary additional pressure on Rattler with this guy breathing down your neck, and they knew what they had. It is kind of interesting that he wasn't that Caleb Williams wasn't starting, but I guess he did come in and take over the job pretty quick. Anyway, Rattler went to South Carolina and he showed flashes. Like, he showed the ability. If he gets with the right person, perhaps, or right situation, I think he has all the tools you need. It's just, can he consistently do it or handle the pressure between the ears type of thing? So I would take Spencer Rattler, though, before Bo Nix. I would take Spencer Rattler. I'm not going to say before Penix, because Penix is a really good, like, he can throw the ball, especially the deep ball, spectacularly. But, I mean, dude, the injury history should worry you. I don't understand. I don't know how teams wouldn't be worried after seeing what happened at Indiana, all those back-to-back-to-back. I think it was like 4 season-ending injuries. So, but yeah, I think Spencer Rattler's one of those guys. Somebody might pick him up, and he might go under the radar, and then they're going to be like, holy shit, we might have something here. When did Russell Wilson get drafted?
I think the 3rd round.
Yeah, and then it was it Matt Flynn?
Mm-hmm.
No. It was it Matt Flynn?
Yeah.
He was going to be the starter? And then
Yeah, you got a big free agency deal.
Yeah, they paid him a contract. Then they're like, Jesus Christ, this other guy's fucking better. Fuck. And they benched him.
Yeah.
They played Wilson, and he went to the Super Bowl, right? I think he went to the Super Bowl his first year.
Yeah.
And Matt Flynn just had the easiest fucking contract of all time. I think Spencer Rattler could be one of those guys that, like I said, in the right situation, he could impress a lot of people, and he could have a pretty good pro career. So I would take him before Bo Nix for sure. All right, how many total bets do you have on the day?
I have 2 right now, over-under for position.
Christ, I have 7. How many do you have?
3, but I gave one of them out already.
Okay. Well, why?
Well, because it just kind of came up.
My first one I'm taking is, I thought about doing top 4, but I'm going to do the top 3. Minus 185, Caleb Williams, number 1, Jaden Daniels, number 2, Drake May, number 3. I feel like I'll be shocked if it goes any other way.
Okay.
Because what do you think the chances are the Commanders take May instead of Daniels?
I don't know.
All right, well.
I like May.
You like May more than Daniels?
I like May more than anybody in this draft
Okay,
class.
Jesus Christ.
Serious.
You're taking Drake May before Caleb
Call
Williams.
me an idiot in 5 years. We'll see.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, I think May is probably going to be the best quarterback here.
Really? I mean, I can't say like no. He's very good. I'm not saying, I don't have a feeling like, oh, he's going to be a bust or anything like that. But just with the style, do you think he's mobile enough?
Yeah.
I know he is mobile, but I don't know how you take him over Jaden Daniels. Just as a team with a new coach and all of that, with what Jaden Daniels isn't just mobile, he's like generationally mobile. And then he showed you nothing, in my opinion at least. You can object if so. But I didn't see anything that was like, he can't make that throw this year at least. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think he still struggles like intermediate throws.
I feel like he was better this year than last.
Yeah,
though.
for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. So you got the progression. I don't recall like, I don't know. I'm trying to think back because it was long. It was a long time ago, long season. It felt like before it was like he would miss those crossing routes underneath and they wouldn't be where they needed to be. This most recent year, it felt like that went away, in my opinion. But the ability with what he's capable of doing on the feet. I mean, you look at Lamar Jackson winning MVP after MVP. He throws the ball better than Lamar Jackson, I think. Would you agree there?
Yeah.
So, and I would say he's equally as dynamic on the feet.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see.
Like some of those,
Lamar's more agile than him.
dude, I don't know.
But
dude.
I think Jaden Daniels' speed is kind of like
Effortless.
it's tricky to find an angle on him.
Yeah, but there was just some of those, dude, his ability to hit a quick juke and get back to top speed. What was it against Florida? All those runs, but I think he had a big one against Bama. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of a different game. I think Lamar Jackson is more like shifty looking when he's running and maybe with a little more like swag so it looks cooler. But Jaden Daniels' ability, dude, when he gets out in the open, I don't know. His top speed, he was able to outrun everybody. Nobody was catching him when it came down to it. And just his ability to make moves and then get back to top speed. If Lamar, it's 1A and 1B then, I would think. If Lamar is edging him out, it's not by much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you add in the fact that I think he's a better pure passer, I don't know how you don't take him. So, like, what about Drake May has you thinking that he's going to be better than Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels?
I just think he's the better thrower out of everybody.
Yeah.
And also the way he operates on third down, I like. North Carolina really isn't like that good. But he was the reason that they were anything at all. I think if you would have put him on like a better team, have a lot more notoriety.
Mitchell Trubisky went up there.
This now you scare me.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I just from the standpoint of I think there's more. So for the sake of this bet, why I think Daniels is going too, I think also too it's an easier sell for a team that fucking sucks, rebranded when they shouldn't have rebranded, has a new coach coming in. You're trying to rally the troops of the fandom, basically. I think that's easier with Jaden Daniels. Just won the Heisman Trophy, so you have that. I understand there's the knock on Heisman Trophy quarterbacks going in the NFL and the lack of success and all of that. But so do you think Jaden Daniels has a higher percentage to be a bust than Drake May? I mean, you got to by default.
I guess, yeah.
If you had to put an actual number on it, 10% chance.
Of him being a bust, put a percent chance.
Bust. There's been a lot of bust Heisman Trophy winners.
I would say 20%.
20%?
I mean, he's got an 80% chance to succeed.
20% though. That's a high percentage.
I mean, a lot of quarterbacks don't end up being anything.
Okay, what's Caleb Williams' chance?
The same.
20?
Yeah.
What's Drake May?
10.
So
Fair enough.
situationally, who do you think has the better spot? Daniels goes to the Commanders, Drake May goes to the Patriots. Both with new coaches, both trash fucking teams in recent history.
That's a good question.
I'd say the Commanders are probably a better fit
Yeah,
for a quarterback.
I think so too. I think that matters. Mac Jones was fucking good at Alabama. Not saying he was necessarily Drake May, but I mean, he did have that 1 year where they fucking went crazy. I understand the receivers he was throwing to, but it's not like Drake May didn't have talent. He did not have that talent, I understand, with I won the fucking Heisman Trophy, Devontae Smith, Jerry Jeudy, the whole crew of people, Henry Ruggs. I think that was that year, right? No, that was Tua's year. He definitely had Devontae Smith.
They had Devontae Smith.
Jerry Jeudy, right?
I don't know if Jerry Jeudy was there. I think he came out with Tua.
Yeah, he did. And Ruggs did as well.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy they had?
They were good. There was definitely more.
Jerry Jeudy came out with Tua?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Henry Ruggs.
They came out the same year as Burrow and Tua.
Yeah, and Jefferson.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought they were there for a year longer.
But he like rivaled LSU's numbers.
Yeah.
That 2020 Alabama team. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. That's the beauty of like doing this is we get to go back and see who was right, who was wrong, what we were thinking at that time. But situation definitely matters. I don't know that who's their OC. Fucking Matt Patricia.
No,
they had his dumbass calling plays.
Yeah,
he got hired as a defensive. He's a defensive guy, and because of his defense, he got hired as the head coach of the Lions. And they said, "Come, maybe dial up some offense for us." The fuck. Yeah, I would give advantage to Jaden Daniels. It's a Cliff Kingsbury designed offense.
Washington?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Is he the OC? Might be.
Christ.
Dang, dude. That guy can't coach as a head coach, but he can fucking dial up some offense. Jaden Daniels might win MVP. Yeah, so I'm going Williams, Daniels, May, 1, 2, 3, minus 185. I thought about adding in Marvin Harrison Jr. at 4, but it worries me if somebody fucking gets fancy and wants to trade up. Yeah. So that's my first one. Since I have more, I'll do my second one. First cornerback drafted. You're on positions. You're going over under?
Yeah.
Okay. First cornerback drafted. I'm going to go Terrion Arnold plus 115. He was the guy in the combine. I remember I was watching. He was doing backflips and shit. So that could scare some people away. It was like, and he like didn't stick the landing. I was like, oh yeah, fuck your leg up.
Yeah.
But we'll take a little sprinkle here on Cooper DeJean, 20-1 to be the first cornerback taken. The White Hope. Reason being, you'd have to imagine he's going to be moved to safety. So you're getting a little fucking 2-for-1. Maybe we'll try him at corner, and then we'll inevitably put him at safety. Maybe somebody will be like,
Did he run a slow 40?
I mean, probably. He's a white. But
Cooper what? DeJean?
Yeah, from Iowa. Very good. He's the guy who, remember, he took that punt back to the house for the touchdown, but I think they think he stepped out or there was something that happened, some controversy. But he's been with him for a long, long time. He's a very good player. He's a white cornerback going to go in the first round. Like, I don't think it's getting enough coverage. But I'm going Terrion Arnold, first cornerback drafted plus 115, and we're going to take a little stab at Cooper DeJean, 20-1. What are y'all taking?
I'm gonna go opposite of Joseph for the quarterbacks.
You're going under.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under 4.5 plus 205.
So you don't think Penix goes in the first round?
No.
Okay. Plus what?
205.
Okay.
So the 4 I got are the top 3, and then McCarthy.
Okay. Where do you think he goes?
Probably early second round.
No. McCarthy.
Oh, there's no telling. I mean,
yeah, not that it matters.
They're
for
talking
the bet.
about trading up.
Yeah. All right. What is your next one, Joseph?
I'm gonna go top 5 pick Malik Neighbors plus 155, and hope that there's no JJ McCarthy bullshit.
You think he's going to the Vikings? Oh, the Chargers.
The
Chargers, right. Yeah, I'm looking at this. This is a projected trade.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's, Cardinals. They're obviously probably going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. and then hoping the Chargers don't get cute and take a Dunze or whatever. I think they'll take Neighbors.
Yeah, if if the Cardinals are still picking at 4, they're going to take Marvin Harrison Jr.
Right.
That's one of those, like, if you passed up on him and he
Goes crazy.
pans out, you lose your job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, if he even just in the first year of it, like his rookie season is like, oh, he might go for 1,000 yards, you lose your job. Okay. I'm going to go first, or we talked about it earlier. I'm going to go Brock Bowers under 12.5. It's minus 200. Under 12.5. I don't think he falls to us at 14. If he does, if I lose this bet and he's there at 14 and we draft him, I'll be able to lay my head on my pillow just fine. Another thing too, back to the Terrion Arnold first cornerback. I know Quinyon Mitchell is projected to be the first cornerback taken. Do you want to take a stab on a quarterback from Toledo versus a guy who's right up there that went to Alabama and played against the top talent and looked very good doing it? I don't know if it's worth the risk, but he's also, like I said, kind of a loose cannon. So,
yeah.
All right, what is your final one?
Oh, I'm going over 6.5 receivers plus 260.
Okay, so you're going fucking heavy plus money.
Yeah, I think it. What's the record for a receiver? 6?
Around that,
Really?
yeah.
In the first
Something
round?
like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to go first running back drafted, Jonathan Brooks, minus 115. I don't see how you take anybody else.
Yeah, coming off the ACL.
I get it, but we've seen people come back from fucking ACL injuries. If he would have not gotten hurt, Texas is probably in the national championship. So that dude was really fucking good. I think he'll be the first one because he's going to be healthy. I would imagine. What, he got fucking hurt in January?
Before that.
Yeah, before that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he'll be ready to go for the season. I think he's first one taken. It's minus
What's the other
115.
guy's odds?
Corum?
Like plus 5. He's like 5 to 1.
Trey Benson,
Yeah, out of Florida State.
Jalen Wright.
Audric Estime.
You love Estime.
Me?
Yeah.
I like him.
The guy Jalen Wright's interesting
Yeah, I feel like I don't even really
because he
remember
ran a
watching
super fast 40 and he's 210.
My next one kind of falls under your umbrella. Would you say over 6.5 receivers?
Yeah.
I'm going over 21.5 offensive players in the first round, plus 150. I mean, if you look at the top 10, dude, it's like it might be all offense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, literally, it literally might be all offense. Maybe do the Falcons in this projection? Falcons are taking Dallas Turner. But yeah, just with the number of linemen and yeah, I'm going over 21.5. What is you? Do you have another one, Joseph?
Yeah, I got one more.
Go ahead.
To be a first round pick, Xavier Worthy minus 155.
Okay.
Somebody's got to bite on that 40-yard dash, just like they did John Ross.
Yeah, that was another one too. I was looking at for cornerback Nate Wiggins. Didn't he run like a 4.2 in the 40?
I just had all those pulled up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Where's he from?
Clemson.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to take hometown kid. First linebacker drafted, Edrin Cooper, plus 115. And then, yeah, like I said, the Raiders to take a quarterback and with their first pick, plus 380. And that's all I got.
Yeah, then I'm just going to throw in Drake May, 13 to 1 to win offensive play rookie of the year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
13 to 1.
I think Williams is going to stink, dude.
You think he's going to stink?
Yeah.
I think
Got some
that's
good receivers now.
He's got like a really good situation.
They're going to stink.
Define stink. How many games are they going to win?
Shit.
4?
6?
6? How many games are the Patriots going to win?
10?
Stop. What? Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
They turn this ship around.
You think they're going to win 10 games?
Yeah.
Okay. Gerard Mayo, Coach of the Year?
I wouldn't put it past them.
Okay. All righty. All right, to recap mine. The first 3 picks, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, minus 185. First cornerback drafted, Terrion Arnold plus 115 with a Cooper DeJean sprinkle 20-1. First linebacker drafted, Edgerrin Cooper plus 115. First running back drafted, Jonathan Brooks minus 115. Edgerrin Cooper's plus 115, I think I said that. Brock Bowers under 12.5 in terms of where he's picked, minus 200. Over 21.5 offensive players drafted in the first round, plus 150. And plus 380 for the Raiders to take a quarterback in the first round.
I'm going quarterbacks drafted in round 1, under 4.5, plus 205. Wide receivers drafted in round 1, over 6.5, plus 260. And Drake May plus 1,300 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Why are you adding that into the NFL draft? That would fall under the NFL Futures episode.
I will add it there too if it's better odds.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to take total numbers of quarterbacks in the first round over 4.5. Very juiced, minus 290. Malik Neighbors to be a top 5 pick, plus 155. And Xavier Worthy to be a first-round pick, minus 155.
Alrighty, episode 189 is in the books. Do y'all have anything to say before we go?
Adios.
Adios.
You remember, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, get a good look at the studio, how it is now, because we are having some major renovations on the horizon. Starting for next football season, definitely, maybe even before then, we are going to be in a completely new setup. It's bigger and better every year, always has been, always will be. We're going to try to make some money in the NFL draft, and I don't fucking know when we'll be back, but it will be eventually. Episode 189 is in the books. Y'all have a good one. Who dat?
The house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. Been practicing this good. A little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.